Hi there, I'm Rohan Kapoor. I'm a senior product manager at Adobe. I'm responsible for defining our overall product vision for CI/CD, which includes capabilities, toolchain, and our overall strategy. This is my second time at PlatformCon. I presented last year, and I'm very excited to be able to come back and share my experience with you again. Let's take a look at the agenda for this presentation. I'll start out by sharing our North Star, followed up by sharing Flex CI/CD's product journey, highlighting roadblocks, and sharing some product insights on how we overcame those challenges, along with some next steps. So our Adobe North Star is to create a secure GitOps-based offering, which is driven by use cases and a platform-managed set of toolchain. This includes Git as a source of truth, as you can see on the left, GitOps as a foundation, offered through various surfaces like a developer portal, which you can see in the middle, which essentially supports a diverse set of use cases that you see on the right. So here I want to introduce Flex, a different Flex, which is our CI/CD product that already supports containers and is expanding to include CDNs and static websites as highlighted here. So Flex CI/CD empowers developers to customize their deployments pipeline using the open source Argo project. Its GitOps approach allows developers to merge changes in parallel, boosting developer velocity. It contains pave pad templates built in Backstage, which is our our developer portal, and offers an open source, an open contribution model for developers to get unblocked quickly. So here is the Flex architecture, which I won't go into detail, but at a very high level, we offer a pave path with share secure templates, featuring advanced deployment strategies like Canary, Blue Green, and a standard build deploy pipeline by leveraging all four Argo projects. We also provide resource provisioning capabilities, which includes automated creation of artifactory repos, DNSs, and namespaces, to name a few. Let's take a look at some metrics for Flex. So we've had over 1,600 onboardings, over 500 production services, which has grown by over 10x since last year, over 16,500 multiple monthly deployments, and over 12,500 Argo CD apps, which I'll dive into more in this presentation. We've also received over 40 open contributions from developers. So let me take a pause here. All this seems good to you, right? Well, let's find out. So, it wasn't smooth sailing after all, as you can see. After surpassing 2,000 Argo CD apps, crisis struck. Metaphorically speaking, it felt like we were struck by lightning. Let's explore, our journey from that point on. So I won't, read this out loud, but just want to say as a product manager, PMs offer more than just, the ability to prioritizing, features and capabilities. As PMs, we also need to understand the importance of non-functional requirements (NFRs) and other critical aspects, for product success. In crisis, product managers need to adapt, pivot, and shift focus quickly to stabilize the product and support their engineering at all point, right? At all points of this journey. So, in my particular case, how did I embrace and approach this challenge as a product manager? So immediately, we pivoted from feature development to prioritizing resiliency, regulating onboardings to manage, incoming adoption. Our focus shifted from active promotion and selling to fostering organic adoption. The key takeaway is that we stayed engaged with clients. We continued to gather feedback, we continued to build our backlog, and we essentially implemented, which was a very very important aspect, a contribution model that resulted in 40 clients contributing features into Flex, as we were not prioritizing those capabilities. Finally, we encourage clients to share success stories, and despite the crisis, we maintained buzz around Flex by sharing these testimonials with the larger Adobe developer community. So, Talking about a first NFR, non-functional requirement, we prioritize stability by starting with tuning Argo CD and workflows to meet Adobe scale. We set SLO targets, we measured system metrics. We also made process improvements by embracing change management and being fully compliant. We conducted game day prep, with simulation war rooms based on real client issues. And as a result, we identify new leads and subject matter experts who would then go, forward and represent in times of crisis. I, often tease my engineering counterpart, asking if they plan to work on this forever, or will they allow me to build any new features, right? But I just want to, thankfully, I want to say that we're reaching the finish line. We're very, very close to finishing this initiative, and I want to be just want to express gratitude to the engineering team for just making sure that we are able to solve this challenge at scale for Adobe. The other NFR we prioritized was scalability, and we created Flex in a Box, which allows us to horizontally scale Flex. This was discussed in depth at KubeCon, which I've actually referenced that particular presentation in the slide. Flex in a Box involves recreating new Flex boxes, redirecting events, and relocating services which we can do for our 12,500 plus Argo CD apps. And just before I move to the next slide, just want to make sure that I mention that this is addressing a very, very critical need as we speak, because along with resiliency, scalability is equally important for us. Another NFR we prioritized was supportability through self-service boot camps. And we as a result, and also in parallel, we onboarded over 50 platform champions who in turn enabled other developers in the teams on Flex. So this has a compounding effect, right? If you have platform champions who already know the platform really well, they can actually onboard 50 more platform champions, or 10x more, right? Who knows? Yeah, depending on how big the team is, this has a compounding effect. We also maintained consistent global coverage throughout, and we actually leveraged and integrated an AI bot for automated responses in Slack when a developer asks questions. We are continuously updating our documentation, which is actually being fed into RAG, which is retrieval augmented generation, based results that are being uh, generated as soon as a user is putting in a question. The RAG based results are enhancing the auto replies from our Slack bot. The last NFR we focused on was usability. We created new Flex onboarding templates in our new internal developer portal on Backstage. As a result, we reduced onboarding times by 80% by automating, the creation of Artifactory repos and simplifying secret management. We also created a single pane interface, which you can see in this slide, which enabled developers to perform tasks without needing to go to the Argo UIs unless absolutely necessary. This included including relevant links, providing visibility into CI/CD provisioning and workflow events, also surfacing some CI/CD metrics like PRs, rollbacks, to name a few, as well as adding links to troubleshooting guides in case of errors. So this is where we are at today. Our overall services have grown by 30x, from 30 to 900, and we have over 12,500 Argo CD apps, which is phenomenal considering where we were. Figuratively speaking, I can say that we are now seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So what's next? We are working to scale, support with a conversational AI bot, which utilizes LLMs, is based on internal documentation, is currently offered in Slack, but our plan is to expand it to other surfaces, in the Adobe ecosystem. Here is an example where I uploaded an image, which where I basically had an issue with one of the templates. The bot was able to identify the root cause and offer me a solution, which I was able to validate. So this again has a compounding effect on what we can do with support. For Flex, we are implementing intelligent diagnostics check in CI to detect errors and suggest fixes, right? Which again, we'll be rolling this out in GitHub, and we'll be making it available in our developer portal as well. So back where we started from, right, which is also my new focus, looking at CI/CD across Adobe. We want to bake in security in all aspects of the CI/CD supply chain. We want to leverage GitOps. We want to ensure resiliency, scalability, and we want to build pluggable components, which could be security based, which could be quality checks, right? In all aspects of new and existing CI/CD pipelines. I want to end by saying that our guiding principle will be simple things simple and complex things possible, as quoted by Alan Kay. So I am really, really excited to, connect with you on various forums. This is the end of my presentation, and I want to thank you all for your time.